good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? Back once more with another daily live stream. And yeah, we've got some interesting news to cover in this stream today. Been going 140 days strong right now. I've honestly lost count. But we can see right now Kaspa's currently down 4.31% on the daily time frame. It's not the best day for Kaspa right now, but am I worried? No, not even in the slightest. As it stands right now, we have got a very, very big day coming tomorrow, starting tomorrow even, as the FOMC meeting happens on the 17th and 18th of December, which is tomorrow, and the day after on Wednesday. The final verdict for the decision will happen on Wednesday, so there's a high likelihood right now, based on the job data that came out on the 6th of December, that we will be seeing rate cuts on the 18th, and rate cuts historically for crypto have been very, very bullish. We saw for Kaspa in particular as well, on this bottom down here was the day of the FOMC meeting. We saw rate cuts, we saw a price rise up there on the 6th of December as well, being this date right here. We saw another price rise for Kaspa following the positive job data that came out. So once more, these catalysts are very, very big for Kaspa as a whole, and as a result, Bitcoin is literally making new all-time highs as we speak, in preparation, in my belief, for the decision from Jerome Powell. Bitcoin has reached 104k, had a whole week of consolidating, more or less around 104k to 94k, quite a 10k region for Bitcoin, quite a large one. And then yesterday it broke above that 105k, and now today it's peaked as high as $108,000, which is a very, very big deal. And with the rate cuts so close, there's a good chance that I think we could end up seeing Bitcoin easily reach 110k before the new year. Like sort of a Standard Chartered Bank, I think it was, or even might have been Bitwise, one of the two. They stated that they believe Bitcoin could reach $125,000. Brad Garlinghouse, the Ripple CEO, stated that crypto's market cap could reach $5 trillion by the end of this year. We've only got 2 weeks left. Doesn't sound possible, but honestly, who knows? Time will tell. It's not completely impossible. Bitcoin would have to see a whole 1 trillion injected into its market cap. That does sound like quite a lot. We saw that in November already. And with Trump due to take office in January 20th, so that'd be literally next month now, that could also cause a lot of FOMO, driving the price of crypto going up higher and higher. Now, in regards to Kaspa right now, Kaspa is down right now around 15 cents, down 4.3% on the daily time frame. And in my personal belief, I do believe a lot of people right now, understandably, the FUD is starting to grow more and more. People are saying Kaspa's going to miss the bull cycle, all the same stuff we've heard before. For me, Kaspa is not out at all. It is being suppressed. We haven't got the big announcements yet, haven't got the tier 1 listings, haven't got the institutional adoption just yet, haven't got the rate cuts that also are very bullish for Kaspa, as in down here and here. We're going to get through very, very soon, hopefully. Again, if that doesn't happen, if we get no rate cuts, I suspect we will see corrective behavior for Bitcoin and therefore for Kaspa as well, potentially coming down as far as maybe this zone down here, this region around 12.5 to 12 cents down here. But otherwise, for me, I think Kaspa will, for the most part, hold on to this level of support here, around 14.7 cents. Around this zone here seems to be a very strong level of support for Kaspa. So this is where I'm currently holding on to right now. It's my belief for Kaspa right now, where it's going to be at, and we'll see a price reversal in the next few days. We've got a lot of big announcements for Kaspa right now, one of which I'm going to get to is regarding the listings, which is to be discussed, right? Of course, we know about listings, nothing new really to us. We've got this video here from Sin City, I'm going to play in a moment, 30 seconds long, which was an interview he had with Wolfie about 5 months ago now, so quite a while back now. But in this interview, a 30-second interview I'm going to play in just a second, he talks about potential for top 5 exchange listings happen for the end of the year. Listen very, very closely.
It seems like this is what Kaspa's doing the next 2 years. Do you have any gauge as far as that?
Sure. I would tend to think that we'll be on, talking about top 10 that we're not already on the coin market cap ranks of exchanges.
Yeah.
Will appear maybe even a top 5 on a top 5 by the end of the year. I would say that's a pretty safe bet. Yeah.
Okay.
If you look right now at the top 5, I would say one of them will probably have at least one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And okay.
So there's some things to dissect in that, right? One being is, this is his prediction. Obviously, Wolfie talks to the exchanges. They've been talking to each other for a very, very long time now. Over 6 months has been the number we've been given out by Wolfie and by the KF. We're talking to these top exchanges for a very, very long time. We say a top 5 potential by the end of the year, which we can see here, the top 5 on CoinMarketCap, the likes of Binance, Bybit, Coinbase, OKX, and Upbit. Now, we are aware that Bybit has already for over a year been spot listing Kaspa. So maybe you can argue he means top 5 that have not listed Kaspa just yet. In that regard then, BitGet also listed Kaspa, therefore you go down to Kraken. Kraken only listed Kaspa last month. So potentially, this has already come to fruition. We got a top 5 listing in the likes of Kraken, or it has not happened yet. Potentially, therefore, means that we are still waiting for the end of the year to see a listing from the likes of either Upbit, Coinbase, OKX, or the elusive and biggest one being Binance. Now, of course, time will tell. Again, I can go through it, and I'll go through it repeatedly about the connection to Kaspa and these exchanges. OKX is a venture of the KEF. Upbit, I'm not too sure the connection to Upbit and Kaspa, but I'm sure they know of Kaspa. Coinbase funded the initial research of Kaspa before, very, very long time ago, with DAG Labs. And of course, there's the connections now to thanks to the KRI, who sent out an email, an open letter to Coinbase to say, look at Kaspa, and now they're looking at Kaspa. We have no updates on that right now, which is expected because, again, these are exchanges, they are institutions, they're businesses. Kaspa can't openly disclose their discussions with these tier 1 exchanges because otherwise that would come down to insider trading, which is illegal. So they have to keep stuff quite close to their chest. They can give little sneak peeks, I guess, here and there if they're given the legal ability to do so. Which is why the KF was able to say, we believe Kraken will happen this month. But the way they used the terminology was a belief, not a confirmation of such. And they were right. They also said that the likes of these other exchanges will be looking for higher volume for Kaspa, which right now the volume for Kaspa has come down a little bit. It is up now, thankfully. It went down to 112 or $100 million market cap. Now it's down to now it's up to 218, which is good to see. The higher, the better it is for us. But equally, point being is the Binance one, of course, is the much biggest connection for Kaspa right now. They've had multiple interviews with KRC20 tokens like Conan and Nacho. You've seen Binance attend the Kaspa booths in Australia. You've seen Binance have a zero fees mining pool, which has now got an incentive to mine Bitcoin or Kaspa on the Binance mining pool to get rewarded more Kaspa, 88,000 Kaspa for mining. You also have a exchange futures contract with Kaspa and Binance. You have much more in regards to Kaspa having interviews himself with Binance, which had very, very big. So, I mean, again, I'll go through to it in more detail if people want to. I've showcased it in numerous videos in the past and also numerous streams, again, which are all on my channel. And also information once more is all provided in my free Discord server right now. Link in the description, chats right now, also on my YouTube homepage. But also right now, this video from City that was showcased to me in my community. Shout out to members in there who speculated therefore we could see a potential Binance listing before the end of the year based on what Wolfie said here. Now again, this was 5 months ago. Things can change in time. But there's also potential that we could see this come to fruition and therefore we could see a Binance listing for Kaspa very, very soon. I saw someone say apparently Christmas Eve 24th was speculated to be a Binance listing date for Kaspa. I have no confirmation of that. It's what I saw in a chat, in one of my chats, even one of my live streams, someone said that apparently they heard that. I've seen no proof of that, so take what you hear with a grain of salt. But either way, right now we can see that Kaspa, despite its rather lackluster price action right now, I think it's still holding quite strong. This is October 1st here before the Middle East news, the first of it, with Iran and Israel. We saw a correction. This is where it started on October 1st. Came up to this range here at November 1st. Bottom down here at 10 cents. Double bottoming actually, if you see it hit a double bottom right here. And then we saw it pump up massively off the FOMC meeting and stuff like that, and Kraken listing as well, reaching here of the Kraken listing, and then also reaching up here after the job data. A new all-time high for Kaspa for the first, well, a new all-time high for Kaspa in the last 4 months. The last time we saw Kaspa reach 18-19 cents was back after the crash of crypto, following the rate cuts not coming through and the Japanese yen rising against the dollar. We started December 1st here, slightly above October, which actually is a bullish sign. So December, while right now December for Kaspa is currently negative, currently down 6%, I strongly believe will end positive this month. I still hold belief on my conviction that we'll see Kaspa return to higher levels, potentially all-time highs by the end of this month, which is only 2 weeks away from now. We've seen how quickly the price can rise in the span of a couple of days, let alone 2 weeks. But Kaspa right now has already had, I like to believe, its bottom down here. Again, anything can happen, time can change, but for me, I'd be very surprised if Kaspa reaches as far down as here again in the immediate future, if not ever, right? Because I don't think Kaspa, I think if Kaspa reaches $2, for me, worst case, Kaspa should return down to maybe 20 cents. And I think that's, again, worst case. I don't see Kaspa coming back down to 10 cents anytime soon, but of course, not financial advice, time will tell. But tier 1 listings, of course, going to be a very, very big catalyst, which will help Kaspa price start to appreciate and go up in value, not to mention all the other major announcements as well. The institutional partnerships, for example. For example, Kaspa has connections now to Donald Trump, because he has now nominated Paul Atkins for SEC chair. Paul Atkins is a board member of Securitize, and Securitize is partnered with Zodia. And Zodia recently have just provided access to Kaspa, a partner with Kaspa for its custody service. The connections are there. Once more, in my Discord server, go check it out. That's a very, very big deal with Paul Atkins and Donald Trump due to take office on the 20th of January, again, just 1 month away from now. Why is that a big deal? You got this post here. Institutional investors will prefer regulation compliant service providers to gain exposure to crypto assets. So only compliant assets will thrive. Not to mention, as I've showcased in previous streams once more as well, institutional investors, for the most part, most of them, the biggest demand drivers of crypto, still aren't buying yet. You've got JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch, UBS, Goldman Sachs, and many more massive wealth funds who have not got into crypto yet or got very little exposure to crypto because they have not got regulated. They're waiting for the regulatory compliance. That will most likely come through very, very quickly following Trump's inauguration and Paul Atkins replacing Gary Gensler. And the ones that are compliant regulations, they are providers, service providers who are compliant regulations, will gain a lot of exposure. So for me, that means XRP will, because whether you like XRP or not, which I understand people don't really, whether you like it or not, XRP is currently the only asset in the crypto space that has been provided legal regulatory clarity. Bitcoin has clarity because it's Bitcoin, and we respect that and we love that, and that's true. And Kaspa, therefore, should also be given clarity because, again, it's similar to Bitcoin. But in the courts of law, right now, only XRP has been deemed by a judge not a security. At least the sales of XRP, one lawsuit against the SEC, was deemed not a security. Therefore, a lot of these institutions will deem XRP as compliant regulations, a service provider compliant regulation. Speaking of XRP as well, they have now just announced that their stablecoin is going to be available to trade tomorrow, which is a very big deal. Hence why, while most altcoins are starting to bleed a little bit, XRP is rallying alongside Bitcoin and Ethereum. XRP is kind of proven to be one of the top 3 right now, quite comfortably. Right now, they're still below. Actually, they now just flipped again, USDT Tether. And also one of their partnerships, Anchorage, who actually supports and uses XRP, to my knowledge, they have conveniently as well just received approval from the regulator for a BIT license, meaning they can now operate and offer their services to institutions in New York. So this is a very big deal for Ripple and XRP, but ultimately once more showcasing the developments happening in the crypto space and where we're going to go in the future. We're going to see more compliance, more crypto services offered, and that could end up being a very big deal for crypto as a whole, but also, I mean, yeah, more proof here, you know, RUSD coming out very, very big, but also for Kaspa because of their partnerships, the institutional partnerships coming through more and more, like Zodia, again, connections to Paul Atkins, so again, they got a good connection there to Donald Trump. 21 Shares is also a part of that, so we potentially see Kaspa ETFs. We've already got an ETP through the likes of Valor Capital, so that's big for Kaspa once more, but also because of KRI. Roy O'Neill's confirmed that they are creating, or maybe they've already created it. Again, I've not got the full understanding of that, but I know they were 3-4 months ago creating a regulatory roundtable group with experts from the United Kingdom, from Europe, from the US, and from the MENA region to make sure that Kaspa, their stablecoins, and their projects are compliant with regulations from day one. And if they're meant to be similar to Bitcoin, then they are going to be deemed not a security, because they are fair launch proof of work, no pre-allocation to developers, no insider trading. You know, Kaspa's developers, it's fair launch, open source, so it cannot be a security. And that's also why the likes of the KRI got involved, because of its decentralization, meaning it can now be protected and have better security against the bad actors and so on and so forth. I've got another video here. somewhere here, which is building on top of the BitBoy FUD, but ultimately also have this video here talking about the so-called Bitcoin 2.0, or if Satoshi came out of hiding to create a Bitcoin 2.0, the mass surge in volume that would jump to Bitcoin 2.0 would be insane. Now, that's not me saying that Kaspa is Bitcoin 2.0, but it's something to take into account that what Kaspa's building right now has the potential to achieve what Bitcoin couldn't, being a form of currency, a mean of exchange, and also its security, you know, is building more and more with the hash rate rising higher and higher. Take a quick listen to this video once more as well.
Would be incredibly hard to recapture. Today, let's say Satoshi came back and they said, okay, I made Bitcoin 2.0, I'm going to release it. There'd be the most aggressive land grab ever by, you know, gigantic pools of capital to sort of get favorable allocations of the new system, right?
Can Satoshi with Bitcoin 2.0 build in a resistance mechanism or a prevention mechanism for the land grab?
So, yes, plainly put, should a Bitcoin 2.0 come out, especially if Satoshi came out of hiding to say, I've created Bitcoin 2.0, you would see a massive surge of land, massive capital, a lot of money flood from Bitcoin to 2.0. I'm not saying Kaspa's Bitcoin 2.0. I think Kaspa's a great project. I think it has the capabilities to be what Bitcoin couldn't be. I don't want to say surpass Bitcoin, but be what Bitcoin couldn't be. And it will be used as a medium of exchange, and the KRI are going to be market makers to allow that to happen, to help that to take place. Now, in regards to quantum computing, right now, there's a chance Bitcoin is not resistant to quantum computing. That is going to be a threat to crypto as a whole, quantum computing, which apparently Microsoft, or there was a tech company, I think it was Microsoft, that made some groundbreaking developments, hence why we saw Bitcoin correct in price. Actually, that was when the chart wants to load up. Bitcoin corrected in price, I believe it was on this day here. On the 9th of December, we saw an announcement regarding quantum computing. Bitcoin corrected because people were like, oh no, you can take Bitcoin with quantum computing. They made their first major breakthrough. Obviously, then this day was Microsoft, the shareholders saying we don't want to have Bitcoin in our reserves. Bitcoin, after that FUD, has already recovered and surpassed that. So evidently the FUD's not working to keep Bitcoin's price down anymore. Now in regard to quantum computing, Kaspa, with their hash rate higher and higher, that is going to give them some level of protection against these bad actors who might have better technology to take advantage of Kaspa. Higher hash rate is a crucial element to showcase the adoption but also security of a proof of work. The higher this number, the better it is. Now, I believe I did see a post from Shy talking about the fact that the hash rate is currently their level of protection, which is good, but they are actively looking into, you know, researching and looking at developments in regards to protections, level protections against quantum computing. And with the team behind Kaspa, Michael Sutton, Tom Polinsky, Crypto Aspect, Shy, and many, many more, and you know, Coder stuff, I believe there is a good chance that Kaspa will become extremely secure, once more proving itself to be the most dominant crypto project in this space in regards to, because it's decentralized, it's also more secure than other projects. So it's secure, decentralized, but also then being scalable, being fast and seamless. Once more, while the KRI is involved with Kaspa, they've got these projects involved like Zero Emission Trading Exchange, Gigawatt Stablecoin, and Warp Core, as well as Asset Mint and Olive Chain, and many, many more that will let Kaspa become integrated into these new systems, into the current new financial system being built right now, in regards to cross-border payments, in regards to the energy sector, the real estate, commodities, you name it. There are some serious use cases that won't be on centralized exchange. Yes, as I mentioned, there'll be some projects I'm sure that the institutions want to use that will require a centralized authority. Because again, think of central banks. If you have a problem with your money, who do you call? Your banker. Whether it be Santander, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Merrill Lynch, whoever you're with, you know, you call your bank to solve an issue. If you have a problem with your money transferring in crypto and there's no centralized authority behind it, who do you call? You can't really call anyone. That's why I believe there will be a world where some centralized systems, centralized projects will still remain relevant. That's why I still, you know, believe that assets like XRP, I'm not saying it will be XRP, although they currently are the front runners, but assets like XRP that will survive because they are necessary to these bankers for what they want to do. But there will also be an inherent use case for institutions that don't want to use centralized crypto networks because they already have centralized fiat networks. So they're going to want to use decentralization to protect themselves from bad actors, but also from government overreach. And that will be where Kaspa steps in as the perfect asset of choice, hence why the KI wants more using it. Bitcoin is the only other alternative right now, being decentralized, but it is too slow. And it has high fees and limited transactions per second. So Kaspa has a solution, therefore. There's a lot of stuff coming to Kaspa right now. The connections to Kaspa are growing, while slowly, in a sense, they are growing more and more. And the fact that we got groundbreaking development and potentially some significant price flights are happening in just the next 2 days with the meeting, the potential rate cuts. Again, no rate cuts could cause some backlash, some corrective behavior for crypto and Kaspa, but right now there's a very seemingly quite a high chance of there being more rate cuts, meaning we should hopefully see the price come back again. Where Kaspa will go, tough to say. I'm hoping Kaspa will rise to at least 17 cents again, around this zone here, following the meeting, but again, maybe it goes higher, maybe it doesn't. You know, time will tell. I still think Kaspa is due to have a rally leading into the new year. Bitcoin, I said it's due for a call-off period, and while I still stand true to that belief, maybe Bitcoin will come down maybe again to, now I said to come down maybe to like 95k as opposed to maybe come down as far as here. But right now we can see, if according to looking at the funding heat map on CoinGlass, Bitcoin is currently going through its call-off period even now. So the price is rising, but it's cooling off. So what does that mean? It means that people are buying Bitcoin, but not through the regular means, not over-the-counter trading. So you'll probably see the likes of BlackRock, therefore, buying Bitcoin, you know, not direct from exchanges, that sort of stuff. So that's why it's still, the price of Bitcoin is still rising, while technically speaking, it's still cooling off. Once more, we are seeing quite a similar behavior in this current time frame we're in right now to last year, January, December, 2023 to 2024. This here is very, very similar to what we saw, well, what we're witnessing right now. Now, I'm not saying we'll see this cool-off period happening for as long, because, again, this was during the launch of ETS, but also, once more, you're going to start seeing Donald Trump taking office 20th of January, and that will deem as a major catalyst for the retail market as well as institutions to start looking and expecting regulatory frameworks to come through very, very soon, and seeing all these institutions start aping into crypto assets that have ETFs. So Bitcoin and Ethereum, you'll probably start seeing very quickly assets who have been suppressed from ETFs, the likes of Solana and also the likes of XRP, get ETFs quite soon afterwards as well. You'll probably also see the likes of assets who have been waiting for ETFs, SUI, Tau, as well as like AVAX as well, get ETFs. You'll probably also see Kaspa, who have Grayscale considering them for an ETF, probably get green-lighted as well. We've already got ETPs. We've already got more connections to more ETP potential happening in the future thanks to Zodia. Grayscale, I think, will be launching Kaspa ETF this cycle at some point. And what we have already seen as proof of that is the level of institutional adoption, what it can do for a crypto project. Bitcoin, of course, is a unique case, being the godfather of crypto. But either way, Bitcoin ETF was launched here. At this dip down here, 38k, January 20th-ish, 24th. We saw that rise from here all the way up to 74k in the span of 3 months. And then even more recently, with Trump taking office and winning in the election, saw it rise from 68k to as high as 107k right now in the span of a month. Point being, with ETFs, if there's demand and, you know, if institutions deem it necessary, they will start putting more and more money into it. Bitcoin, of course, again, unique case. Ethereum, when it had an ETF launch, had nothing going on for it for a very, very long time. Now Ethereum is starting to make some massive inflows from ETFs. So once more, they are biding their time and just waiting. Conveniently as well, Ethereum right now did momentarily surpass all-time highs, but it hasn't had a full breakout yet. Once we get an Ethereum breakout, I think you'll see alt start to rise in unison, and then once Bitcoin goes through a call-off period and Ethereum continues to rise, which will happen, you'll see alt start to go flying, Kaspa included. And Kaspa might go on its own rally following the developments happening in the near future, 10 BPS, smart contracts, stuff with KRC20 as well. Atomic swaps, again, a key part towards smart contracts right now. They're already running flawlessly on the Kaspa market, which is very, very big, and they're just getting started. They're refining and front-ending the testing special features to make sure your trading experience is seamless. Again, seamless smart contracts, a very, very crucial part. They're preparing for the upcoming KRC20 swap opcode release for Kasplex, and these improvements will pave the way for Kaspa market to become the first true Kaspa DEX. The first true Kaspa DEX is coming sooner than we think. Now, will that cause a Kaspa price rise? Well, we've seen what big announcement can do for Kaspa right now. Probably not. Will retail care about Kaspa DEX? No, let's be real. But it sets a foundation, sets a path for where Kaspa's going to be going in this cycle. When retail comes through, when developers jump on board, which will come soon after the developments, in particular smart contracts, where institutions can finally start building their projects following Zcash options and smart contracts, again, happening summer 2025. These are all stepping stones. Imagine right now, gives you some form of analogy, Kaspa right now is building a jigsaw puzzle, where the likes of Ethereum and Bitcoin and XRP, they have a completed picture on their jigsaw puzzle. They maybe change some pieces here and there, but for the most part, it's done. Kaspa has got maybe all the edges done. That's it. It hasn't got the centerpiece done at all. There's so much left for Kaspa to be building and putting into place for it to be a complete project. And when they do that, the institutions who do know of Kaspa, proof once more of Zodia and Marathon Digital Holdings, and the likes of KRI as well, once they have the ability to actually start putting their pieces into the puzzle, you'll see Kaspa start growing more adoption, price will start rising, and people who have been funding Kaspa, while well warranted right now, and I understand it, I believe personally, not financial advice, that you'll end up coming to, I don't want to say regret, but you end up having your eyes open maybe to some of the stuff I've been preaching once more about doing your own research and realizing these sort of developments and level of institutional money and what it can do for Kaspa when it comes through. Right now, we have to be realistic and understand, don't be emotional, be logical. We have to understand that, well, 10 BPS and smart contracts and all these other stuff is very, very big. Most of retail, the normies, don't care about it. We understand, or we should understand, that institutions care about it. They'll bring money to Kaspa, and that on their and institutional money coming into Kaspa, that's what retail care about. But what retail want right now, what Kaspa will need right now for some immediate price rises, or significant price rises at least, is listings. Particularly Binance and Coinbase, but they need listings. Again, speculation based on a 5-month-old video to show us, again, it could come to fruition, it might not. We could see a top 5 exchange listing very, very soon, again before the end of the year. We've got Kraken now, that might be the one they're talking about. Otherwise, potentially you've got Coinbase, you've got Upbit, you've got OKX, you already got Bybit, and then you've got Binance. So potentially we can see that happening. For me, I'm not going to hold my breath on it. I remain strong conviction in Kaspa and where it's going to go in the future, and I also understand and know that these exchange listings, whether they happen for the end of the year or not, they will come. Coinbase I'm a bit skeptical about because they're always late. I'd be surprised if Coinbase actually listened to the cycle at all, truth be told, even after the KRI got involved and helped Kaspa get his name out there to Coinbase. So hopefully fast tracking that listing. But either way, for me, I think we're going to see the likes of OKX and Upbit and Binance and Crypto.com and those ones start to list Kaspa coming to the new year following the regulatory clarity coming through when Trump takes office. Once more, I haven't got it preloaded. I need to go and try and find it. Probably in my server once more, so go check it out there. That there is an AMA, a roundtable, I believe, where Wolfie states that there are multiple exchanges that know of Kaspa and they want to list Kaspa, but they're too worried to do so because the SEC will hit them with a world notice and start filing a lawsuit against them. So they just stand off. They stood off listing any project, not just Kaspa, anything in general. So to me, that indicates that potentially when you get regulatory clarity, Paul Atkins coming involved, who again, connections to Kaspa is, while maybe a bit stretched, they are there. They are there, connections to Paul Atkins, Trump and Kaspa. With them coming through the regulatory clarity, you'll start seeing these exchanges who have been standoffish for the probably last year, start to actually actively list projects again. And Kaspa, I'm sure, will be one of them. You'll see tier ones, equally, who all have a lot of heavy regulatory oversight, start to list projects as well. They'll probably still have a lot of due diligence to do, but again, those who are understanding and wondering why is tier ones taking so long with Kaspa, what's the problem right now? At the base layer, Kaspa is, and it doesn't, much as I sound like I'm dick riding them, Kaspa is a truly innovative, unique project. BlockDAG, never done before. They will get a token like XRP, some new XRP token, or a new stupid meme token the base layer technology is more or less the same. The understanding, therefore, they've already gone through the research into it. They haven't got to look more into it. To look into a block DAG, Kaspa's research is 12 years long. They've had to do a lot to get Kaspa to where it's at right now, and they're still building more and more, which, again, they're still looking into it, they're researching into it. How is an exchange who only cares about listing a project meant to understand what it is they're trying to build? It's going to take a hell of a long time. Now, going to take a bit too long for our liking, but either way, the exchanges will be listing Kaspa. Again, for example, Binance Roy O'Neill of the KRI has confirmed that integration with Kaspa and Binance is already done. This man here, he's pretty much the spokesperson for KRI. He's done a very, very good job of being a market maker for Kaspa already, getting his name out there to the institutional clients. And to what I want to believe, from what I've seen in the space of my understanding of the financial sectors, is and this crypto market right now in particular, is institutional adoption right now is what's driving this market. So as the title states, incoming Kaspa Breakout, well, we got a rate cut potentially happening in just 2 days' time. That'll cause, hopefully, it's a leg up for Kaspa and crypto. Institutional adoption will equally cause a lot of price appreciation once it starts coming in through ETF and ETPs, thanks to Zodia, thanks to the SEC, thanks to regulatory clarity, thanks to the KRI, thanks to the smart contracts therefore as well. And then also top tier listings, which of course we already know that much. And seemingly we've got a good speculation therefore from Wolfie that it could happen for the end of the year. For me, not the end of the year, it will happen, early in January, I'd like to believe. Early 2025, Q1, we'll see a tier listing, a top tier listing, hopefully Binance. And I think you'll see other memes probably jumping on board very, very soon as well. Kaspa Breakout will get some big listings as well. Nacho, they already had 2 interviews in the span of a week on Binance Live, which is very, very big. And now they all have the first NFT collection on Kaspa, which is huge news once more. This project has the highest holder count, an all-time high out of all KRS20 by a landslide. Kango's done very well, and I do like Kango. Kango's all-time high, I think, is about 40 million. Right now, memes are bleeding a little bit, to be expected. Nacho is sitting at 36, still the biggest KRS20 token right now. And Nacho has almost 70,000 holders. It's peaked at, I think, 75 or something thousand holders. Absolutely insane. So it's gone massive, truth be told. And they're now going to bring out something that, will it cause price appreciation for Nacho? Again, time will tell. But either way, point being is Nacho, and once more why I believe we're going to see so much price appreciation for Nacho in particular, other memes in this cycle, is what they are building. The ones that are building something. I think a lot of these memes can do well just generally, because again, that's what memes are about just the community incentive and the community and cult like incentive. But the memes who are building stuff, so right now the ones who I know are building stuff is Nacho, Kango, Caspi, Kaspa Ghost, Goad, Conan, Bert. Those are the ones I know that are building stuff. I don't know about the other ones exactly. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I know a lot of them are mostly just trying to get on exchange listings and build a community, which is also important. The ones that are building stuff are the ones that are going to stand the test of time and start going up much higher in this cycle and cycle to follow as well. And once more, as an important note to you all, once more, this is in my free Discord server in the scam section to watch out for. Link in chat right now. Important note to Kaspa Market. We spotted a fake account pretending to be Kaspa Market. Please remember, the only official account is this one, Kaspa Market IO. So be very careful once more. Despite the fact Kaspa's decentralized, there's still a way to take advantage of space. Crypto is a very risky place to do your own research, trade your own discretion, and always fact check and double check everything you're going through. Think of KDX, the amount of money that people lost from KDX. It's ridiculous. And that's a fault of everyone who didn't do enough research. And even I didn't. I thought KDX was going to be a good thing. I didn't do too much research into it. But when I heard it was a scam, I did my due diligence. I apologized and I said, yeah, it came out as a scam. This is why it's very important to do your own research. That's also why following that, I made the scam section so we could all look out for each other. So if there ends up being some form of, unknown issue behind a project, you can take account to it and try and, get ahead of it. Go back to the beams once more. Thanks to that scam section, we've had information through there, through the community, that we realized that Cooper was a scam. And the developer of Cooper also created Eggy. Cooper, this one was a scam. Developer of Cooper also created Eggy. And they were both scams. So it's been very, very helpful to all of us, I'd like to believe. I haven't answered any questions. I apologize. I'll go through the questions right now. What's up, good my man? We're back to the stream. Quick to travel. Hello everyone. Bingo bang. What's up? Fourth. What's up, team, my man? What's up, DD? Ho QC. Hope all things are going well for you and everyone. Give us some information and thank you again for your work. Give us an address for the end of year gift. I appreciate, my man. I do have. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking. And the information right now, ultimately, as we can see, there are some big catalysts coming for Kaspa right now. Following FOMC meeting, institutional adoption, tier 1 listings, looming once more. Again, Ethereum reaching their all-time highs is a very, very big thing right now. Although we've got to understand right now, when my trading view wants to load, that the Bitcoin dominance seems to still be taking precedent right now, to my knowledge. Yeah, that's why, again, alts aren't really doing all that great right now, because Bitcoin dominance is, again, up. If it drops below 50%, or below this line, but 50% in particular, that'll be a sign for alt season to start. When Ethereum reaches new all-time highs and starts going constantly pumping, that'll be a good indicator of that as well. So Kaspa, I think, is due for a rally. XRP, of course, doing very well, as I mentioned already. All the stuff here. The CTO of Ripple did warn about there being supply shortages for the RUSD against early FOMO at its launch tomorrow. So we could potentially see some, drama as people are going to start aping into it, I'm sure. Although it's a stablecoin, so again, why? It's what it is. But either way, that's going to be a big thing for XRP. Potentially see a price rise for XRP tomorrow as well. Institutional money coming in once more as well. And also we got the fact that Michael Saylor, they bought another 15,300 Bitcoin worth $1.5 billion. And equally, we're going to see a massive injection of money flood into crypto very soon. FTX are going to begin initial distribution of $12 billion worth of stables in Q1 2025. So here's a lot coming to crypto and Kaspa. And I appreciate the sentiment. I do have something else planned, so I might do that in the future. Right now, though, I'm just chilling and doing as I do, providing information for all of you. The Kaspa FOMO, you know what it is, and hopefully we'll see a lot more coming for Kaspa very, very soon. I mean, we're seeing it already, but hopefully it'll start leading to price appreciation right now. We can see actually in kind of continuation of this listing speculation, if you will. Once we look at the addresses for Kaspa, again, making new all-time highs time and time again, almost at 560,000 addresses, which is very, very big. Supply starting higher and higher, so the big wallets are holding more and more. We go down here once more, we can see, if you look at balances that are only been put in Kaspa recently, this wallet in particular, with no tag here, speculated to be Binance's wallet right now, building up more and more repeatedly. More so recently as well, I've been doing it a lot more frequently, so potentially this is an exchange who has not listed Kaspa just yet. Because if you look at exchange wallets, right, look at Gate, for example. Look at how many transactions we are looking at with Gate. Almost 90,000 transactions on this wallet alone. Of course, Binance and other exchanges like Gate will have multiple wallets. This wallet only has 99. So evidently it's in a wallet that's not got... It's not, again, it might just be a person holding a lot of Kaspa. Could be. But it's speculated to be a Binance wallet. And if Binance don't list Kaspa yet, that's why there's not many transactions coming through right now. And they're going to have to build up a lot more and more of Kaspa right now. That's obviously what's going to happen. But we're seeing, again, the big holders building up more and more. Mexi, dumping still. The biggest wallet here. This wallet was an Aquaman about a month ago. Not even that. I don't know how long ago it was, but it was an Aquaman not that long ago. And it's been just dumping more and more every single day, sending some out. So either they're sending it to other wallets or they're sending it to a different exchange. Someone's buying it off them from the exchange. Of course, it's tough to say right now, but we're seeing once more money, circulating from the big wallets as well, which is important. And equally, again, the volume is starting to rise again, which is very, very bullish for Kaspa, and a good indicator that we can start seeing tier ones coming through again soon enough, especially if it is the top exchanges that take up most of the volume, which right now is definitely Mexi. Mexi's risen high again, which is a bit unfortunate. Potentially it's up a massive sell for Kaspa again, but still buy a bit getter, still staying quite out there. And if it continues to stay this high, if they can take up 10% equally, that'd be a very, very big thing. What's up, QC? What's up, Aleph? Did you get to watch Czar Gets Crypto vid on Kaspa calling the market for the Kaspa bear market? I did not. No, I don't think I did. If you're in my Discord server again, my man, please feel free to link me in there and I'll have a look through it. I did watch some videos about people saying it was similar to like Kaspa's market being similar to Exxon, which I showcased in my stream yesterday as well, about how this market was Kaspa's market was similar to Exxon's here. If I go to the weekly, I saw a video about that, which I thought was quite interesting. You know, ignoring the COVID crash here, of course, because that's kind of an anomaly, if you will. I have to go on the monthly even. You can see here. So it looks like that's the chart of Exxon, which is an energy company, mobile corporation, and then you go back to Kaspa. You can see, and you go back to go back to the daily. You can see it looks relatively similar in a sense. I saw that video. I didn't see one about the Kaspa bear market video. So you can link to my server again, please do, my man. Yeah, breakout to downside. I mean, right now Kaspa's down, but again, for my belief is don't be emotional, be logical. Projects aren't always going to go up and down. Kaspa had an amazing run in its bear cycle, one of the best in a bear cycle ever, and it had a year of consolidation. Look at projects who've done a similar thing. XRP has been consolidating for over 4 years. It's now got a breakout. Other projects equally. Look at Solana, for example. During the bear cycle, Solana was down here doing nothing for almost a year as well. And now look at where it's at. Despite Kaspa's not doing much right now, if you look at it in another sense, from its all-time high, Kaspa's only down about, what, 25%? Look at another project who's been compared to the likes of Kaspa, for example. Take Cardano, for example. Cardano, it's probably better if I get it from TradingView actually. Cardano right now, from its all-time high, is down 60%. So, yeah, Kaspa's not doing well right now. It's not done very well for the last year, and the last 4 months it could be quite tough. And I understand the frustration some may feel as an investor, but looking at it from a logical standpoint, Kaspa, while its price action has been lackluster, is down 20-30% from its all-time high right now. That's not a lot. And other projects which have been compared to Kaspa, while some are near their all-time highs, you know, some like Solana surpassed all-time highs, XRP is rallying again, Ethereum's near all-time highs. I actually can't attest to, I haven't looked at any of these projects, I need to check quickly. Look at these ones here. Actually, let's look at Chainlink as well. Litecoin, if Litecoin is meant to be, you know, what Kaspa flipped as well. Even Litecoin there, so look at Litecoin once more. Another one's meant to be so-called similar to Kaspa as a proof of work, if you will. Litecoin here, from its all-time high in its last cycle, down 66%. So it's not me trying to say, you know, well, I mean, I do believe Kaspa better in these projects, but I'm just trying to bring the understanding that while Kaspa's been lackluster for the past year, look at these other projects. There are some projects who are doing very, very well early, like Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin. The big runners are doing well early as expected. Some projects like Sui have started rallying early and all-time highs already, but they're a new project, so it's kind of a new deal. Again, new projects are meant to rally really, really well in their first bull cycle. Kaspa did very, very well, arguably too early. It did that in the bear cycle when Sui was doing nothing in its bear cycle. It did that in the bear cycle, got up here, still rallying, and now it's had 4 months. 4 months of negative price action. That's the problem right now. It's 4 months. When I say it's been a whole year, arguably from, you know, its all-time high peak here, but you know, it's going through the market trends up and down. And now the last 4 months, it's come down drastically, and people are upset by it. I get it. I do. You know, I don't want to sound unsympathetic. I do get it. But for the most part, Kaspa at the base layer is still developing more and more when most of these projects are completed. Got big developments still to come, listings, institutional connections and adoption, again, rate cut, stuff like that as well, and other developments regarding new frameworks coming into crypto. And from its all-time high, it's only down 30% at most. May come down further. Either way, when Kaspa saw its so-called crash, everyone said Kaspa was a dead project again, Kaspa came down 50%. Which was a big correction. We've seen 70 for Kaspa in the past, but it came out 50%. But again, I just showed you Cardano and Litecoin. They're still right now, while they're still starting to rally again, we're looking at the likes of Cardano and Litecoin, they're starting to rally again. They're still down 60% from their all-time highs. So, again, my logical standpoint is I'd like to say it's logical. You can argue it's biased, but I say logical standpoint is that Kaspa, while struggling, and I understand the sentiment behind the FUD behind it, it's just preparing, biding its time, a pot of boiling water. Again, it's building its jigsaw puzzle, building the pieces together to make a more complete project, and the pot for Kaspa's building more and more. The developments coming through will cause a Kaspa breakout. I say breakout because, again, the rate cuts, the main reason is the rate cuts. The rate cuts we saw down, let me actually expand the chart to make it easier to see. The rate cuts we saw happen down here on the 6th of November. We saw a Kaspa rally as a result of that. Of course, cracking listing as well, but we saw a rally as a result of that. And then we saw the job data come through on the 6th of December right here. And again, we saw a rally of Kaspa. So if there's positive data to come out from the FOMC, suggesting there'll be rate cuts, Kaspa tends to do very, very well. So that's why the speculation, therefore, that Kaspa will do very well in today's time should we get rate cuts. If we don't get rate cuts, then yeah, probably expect corrections. But if we do get some, potentially see some bullish price movement for Bitcoin and crypto and Kaspa. And then we lead to the new year, potentially see new all-time highs, it being now going into January, the new year, where you'll start seeing Trump preparing to take office and SEC chairman Gary Gensler and the corrupt individuals who, you know, have been tyrants for too long, starting to either hide, go into hiding, or step down even and leave. But Kaspa once more, frustrating as it may be, you know, I do go through times where I get a bit frustrated with Kaspa price action. I again just do what I do every day, talk to you all, do my research, look into new news sources like this. I'm like, oh yeah, why am I worried? There's so much coming for Kaspa, why am I worried in the slightest? You know, they're building more and more, they're not stopping. There might be some quiet days for Kaspa, but even then I look at what's happening in crypto. You know? Kaspa's still developing a lot, and they've got more coming through it. The FUD is so real for Kaspa, it's ridiculous. So much coming around the corner, it's so bullish. People want PA, it's so childish. I mean, without putting it on such a... I agree, you know, without, you know, being as a... I'm going to say quick-tongued as that, but I do agree with you. Yeah, I think people are so focused on price. That's again why I think BitBoy was flooding Kaspa. Why BitBoy stated that Kaspa is the most worthless top coin in the coin in the top 50, except for Polkadot, of course. I think that's not just engagement fund, but I think it's also because he's just looking at PA, price action. But if you look at taking a step out and looking at Litecoin or Solana, even Solana from its all-time, that's impressive. 25,000% up. Kaspa's at 80,000% up. So actually, again, this is all hindsight. But if you've gone to Kaspa at the very, very beginning, compared to Solana, which has been around for so much longer, since 2020, you actually made a lot more money from it. 4 times more. Or almost 4 times more. About 3 times more. But Kaspa at one point, when it reached its recent all-time high of 19 cents, it was at 100,000% up. So actually it was 4 times more. So again, again, that's hindsight. And then you can look at Litecoin. Litecoin only made 26,000% up. Right now, of course, when it reaches all-time high, it's a different story. It'll be up a lot higher. But either way, Kaspa's done very, very well already. It's had a bad year, but doesn't mean it's a bad project. People say it's going to miss the cycle. I think there's a chance it may not do as well as we like to believe. People are saying $5, $10. I think 5's achievable. I think 10's a bit much. I'm not saying it's impossible. I think it's just improbable. But for me, I still hold strong my conviction that $2 $50 billion market cap isn't indeed possible for Kaspa in the cycle. Time will tell, of course, but we've seen the developments happening in the space already. More money could be flooding into Q1, take the FTX, MicroStrategy buying more and more Bitcoin. We're going to see institutional money flood into crypto very quickly, follow regulatory clarity, following Trump getting into office. We're going to see Kaspa and their development being connected to the SEC chair potentially bear fruits as well. We're going to see Marathon probably release the next quarterly report and say, oh yeah, so actually we bought more Kaspa, or we've been mining more Kaspa. And people are like, oh wow, I thought they were going to buy for Bitcoin. Yeah, well apparently not. You know, the hash rate is still staying high, so the project is definitely not dying. That's its all-time chart. It's going higher and higher while having a bit of a drop-off recently. You know, it's come back again. It's now stronger than ever. It's going to keep going up higher and higher. Again, this is a protection and proof that the adoption of Kaspa is not dying off. The price is struggling. And I agree with that, and I understand the sentiment behind that, but if you're so focused on... I mean, yes, we're all here to make money. So, of course, you want the price to do well, so you make good of your investments. That's why, as much as I love Kaspa, I have diversified my assets. I did that, and I've been open about that. It's not news to anyone. I've diversified. Kaspa's my biggest holding by a landslide. 60-70% of my portfolio is in Kaspa. Buy a hold some Solana memes to make flip quick profit and put it more into other projects. I've gone to Sui at $1.80. I'm up on that. Gone to C at about 50. I'm up a little bit on that. Gone to Vulcan Forge at 250. Up on that. I'm in XRP at 50 cents. You know, I hold other projects as well. Desync, for example, I mentioned Desync in the past. Desync I was talking about at what, 13 cents, I believe, give or take. Talk about Desync around here, yeah, 14 cents, and now look where it's at. And I think it's going a lot higher in the cycle as well. It's an AI project. Tau as well. All these projects that have a good potential, AI in particular, I think will do very, very well. So I do still believe in Kaspa, my biggest holding, and I'll stay strong on my Kaspa conviction. But I do think that, you know, that's why I diversified to, again, have some other money coming in. But for me, Kaspa, when it has its breakout, will be extremely volatile, but based on what is to come for Kaspa and the fact that it has been suppressed for a year. Hopefully when the breakout happens, not even if for me, when the breakout happens, it will be a very volatile one. I do think we can see a quick 10x for Kaspa, being it going from, you know, running up to 20 cents. I think we can just go from 20 cents to $2 quite quickly in the span of maybe a few months if we get the catalyst coming through at the right time. And the bull cycle goes on long enough as well. Again, it's too many potential catalysts to really get a gauge on when the price of Kaspa is going. People are saying $5 Kaspa. People are saying only $1 Kaspa. People are saying it won't even reach 50 cents. And while I understand the sense behind all of them, ultimately I just say time and time again, no one knows where Kaspa is going to go. No one knows where crypto is going to go. You can make predictions, but you can't say you know. Because if you do, you're lying to people. No one knows. Or you have insider trading. In that case, then, well, you know, good luck. That's all I can say. But no one really knows where crypto is going to go. You can make predictions, but again, there are so many catalysts and so many indicators and developments to take into account. It can't just be TA, technical analysis. It's got to be other developments as well, real developments, Bitcoin's price, institutional adoption, developments in the project. All these sort of factors to take into account when looking into where the price token should go. Community sentiment. Kaspa's community, whilst being divided right now, FUD, there's still a lot of people like myself who still stand strong on our conviction and think Kaspa can do very, very well. A lot of people who even FUD in Kaspa are frustrated, but they still believe in Kaspa. But it's just the current trend with Kaspa to FUD it because, again, it's not doing anything. Now, I'm going to still remain, I want to say I remain humble in the sense that even when I believe and when it hopefully does, Kaspa does break out, I won't be saying to everyone, look, I told you. That's not how I like to roll. I'll probably phrase it more of a sense of being like, see, when I did my research into the project, I did take into account these indicators and believe there was a possibility of such. And it came to fruition. That's me saying the same thing basically, but I'm trying to say like, you know, it was a prediction I made and it came to fruition. I'm not saying how I told you, listen to me. I'm just saying, look, this is what could happen. Again, Kaspa may not do anything. Chances for me are very, very small, but it may not. All about understanding the market sentiment, developments being, you know, the direction the market can go following rate cuts, following Trump getting to office, following war developments, all the stuff again. Like when I first started streaming and Kaspa broke all-time highs here, I was hoping Kaspa go up higher. I was hoping 23 cents Kaspa. That's what I said at the time. And then the Fed FOMC meeting happened. We got no rate cuts, and the Japanese yen started rising against the dollar. And we saw Warren Buffett sell half his stock in Apple. And I stated at the time when Kaspa was coming to come down, I was like, oh, we might see a crash when the market opens up on Monday. Look what happened. Kaspa and crypto came down so heavily down here. That's based on understanding the markets and where people are going to go. Warren Buffett sold on a Friday, the market closed. Open on Monday, panic. Not just he sold Apple, he sold half his stock in Apple. He sold billions of dollars worth of Apple. That caused a crash in the market. Stock market and Kaspa and crypto included. It recovered to an extent. Kaspa's still struggling to recover from that fully, but most assets like Bitcoin in particular, they have recovered. That crash happened here. Came down from 69k down to 50k. Took a while to recover. Got back here on the 1st of November, just before Trump got elected. Returned to that level again. And now look where we're at, $105,000, $106,000 Bitcoin. So whereas, you know, TA is important, and even capital developments are important, and even then real developments regarding war and political stuff, while I don't like talking about politics, they are important. You've got to take all of the things into account when devising your own trading strategies. If you lose 14 cents, bear market. I mean, maybe. I mean, well, okay, let me rephrase. If you lose 14 cents, we might see it come lower, but for me, I would be surprised if Kaspa goes below 10 cents again. I think that's a very strong level of support. For me, Kaspa won't go down that far. It could happen, but I believe it won't. I think Kaspa, at worst case, will return down to here. 11 cents will be the next bottom for Kaspa. I think the next absolute bottom for Kaspa is 11 cents. Should we get worst case? But of course, time will tell. Biggest bull run of all time. Kaspa's failing. Wealth Stranger again. One of the biggest Kaspa fuzzers in the chat right now. I understand it, you know. And Kaspa is struggling. It's falling right now. It's struggling. But again, as I mentioned, it's only 30% off its all-time highs. There are other projects in this space which are rallying right now. That's still 60% off their all-time highs. So Kaspa's still, by that regard, is doing better than them. So again, I'm not worried about it at all. You know, some of us who got into Kaspa at 15 cents, at 20 cents, we're sure. Probably you are quite frustrated with that, and I understand the sense behind that. Many people are probably still happy they got in early enough. I know people who got in early enough at like 1 cent in my community, my free Discord server. Again, link there. People got in at 1 cent and 5 cents who took profits and even sold all of it right now. Fair enough, you made your bag, you got out, that's fine. I just hope that you believe it was worth your while. Because for me, Kaspa's one that should hopefully, and in due time, with KRI getting involved, with KLC20 bringing more community members. KLC20, despite it taking more money from Kaspa, it's bringing more retail to Kaspa. That's why the wallet addresses have jumped up so massively. Because KLC20 has brought more retail involved. That's a very big deal. For me, as much as it's not done well for Kaspa price action, it's actually a smart strategy. It's bringing more retail to Kaspa. You'll see other tier 1s jump involved in due time. KLC20 is going to bring more adoption to retail as well. You'll see a DEX coming up for Kaspa as well, and more stuff like that as well. Atomic swaps, so lean to smart contracts, 10 PPS as well, all that big stuff. Institutional adoption with Zodia, Marathon, all that stuff. So again, it's in due time for me. Timber, my man, damn, thank you very much for the A7.99 donation. I'm not sure what currency that is, but thank you very much, man, for the donation. Just keep packing my bag. Thanks for the greedy exchanges suppressing the price. Exactly. That's exactly how I view it. Kaspa's price is struggling right now. The exchanges have been suppressing Kaspa's price for a long, long time. Mexi and Gate in particular have massive sell walls for Kaspa around 16 and 17 and 18 cents. But for me, Kaspa, I still fill my bags more and more, and when the picker happens, I'll be laughing. Thank you very much for the donation again, my man. We all know if Kaspa gets a tier 1 listing, it'll go powerball like 100%. Good evening, Jay. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great, Kaspa, for my man. Welcome back to the stream. If Kaspa doesn't get $1 before Q2, it will never get higher this bull run. Again, we don't know. We just don't know. Again, that's the belief. And while I respect your belief, I also can't say that there's any basis behind why. You could say it because the cycle's going to end around then. If that's the case, then yeah, maybe. And again, that's when smart contracts come out. So again, maybe. But we can't say for sure. Nobody knows. Take the other coins, for example. You know, let's look at... or actually, simply put, just look at Bitcoin, for example. Bitcoin got 64k in the last cycle, in the run-up in March, in April. And people were like, oh, and then it came down to, oh, Bitcoin bull run's over. It double topped, it came to 69k. So no one actually knows, you know? We like to believe that might be possible. Or you might want to believe it might be possible, but again, no one truly knows. Now, of course, if you're developing trading strategies, you gotta be careful, right? So if that's what you believe, then yeah, you may want to start taking out around that time if it doesn't reach that. For me, I have my zones. I'm gonna take out a $1, $1.50, $2, so on and so forth. But I'm also going to be analysing the market based on historical data like the CUBI, which showcase the market sentiment right now and the confidence, and, you know, accurately predicts the bull run index, so to speak, time and time again. Again, it may not happen, but it's done it a few times in the past. Well, done it every time in the past, so hopefully it seems to be quite accurate. But again, institution might want something different. But I'm following this as well right now. Once I start getting overheated, I'll start probably taking out my assets bit by bit. But I'm going to keep a bag in there, a moon bag, if you will. So let's just say it says the bull run comes in March and Bitcoin's only reached 150k. I'll probably take out, for example, 60% of my Kaspa bag. Just think, again, this is just on my head right now. I'll have a better idea nearer the time depending on the price of Kaspa and the price of crypto at the time as well. But I'll take out 60% of my Kaspa bag, and then if it comes down more, cool, still made my money. If it doesn't come down at all, or it comes down and then has a double top like I had last cycle, and I had a moon bag in there that I was, you know, letting see what it did. And it got up higher. And also, when Kaspa comes down, I'll DCA into Kaspa. You know? I'll end up obviously getting in at high levels, of course, but I'll keep DCAing, so I'm still bringing my average cost down more and more. Dollar cost averaging. So again, for me, I've got price ranges for Kaspa where plan to take, and other crypto projects where I plan to take profits. But for the most part, you also got to look at how the market's behaving. Because you might say, oh, I'm going to wait for $5 Kaspa to take out. Maybe it doesn't reach $5. And therefore you're waiting forever. And that's what people did with Bitcoin. That's what people were waiting for 70k Bitcoin, 69k, and it came down. And they had to wait for 4 years to get their money back out again. So you've got to analyze the market as well. All stuff that once more I will be talking about in my Discord server in more detail very soon as well. But it's in there as well. Information and sources and websites are all in there as well, so go check it out there. Waiting for 8 months for smart contract bull market end by then, potentially, who knows? We could be at 13 cents. Again, time will tell. But Kaspa is definitely the king. Yeah, I'm sure everyone's patience is running very, very thin, but either way, just that's all I can do here as the educator, just gives you the FOMO you need and be like, just understand that while you're frustrated, everyone's frustrated, remain strong. Like, if you don't believe in Kaspa, that's fine. That's sell. Like, again, I'm not telling you to hold Kaspa. I'm explaining to you why I hold Kaspa and why I continue to hold Kaspa, but I'm not telling you to do so. It's your own decision, trade at your own discretion. But I think Kaspa's due for a bigger rise in this cycle. It's had a bad year, but it's only 30% off its all-time high. It's not a lot. And as Bufflink says, I don't always forget, leave a like, share, subscribe for more, help it more than you know. Try and get this stream to the masses and get the name out there of Kaspa and crypto and Quick Crypto as well. But thank you very much everyone for being here once more. You're all legends, and again for the donations, everything like that. I appreciate you all very, very much. I know I expected to earn this money, but I work manually, and I would also like to see the price go up. That will relieve me. I mean, yeah, again, I work a lot myself as well. I have multiple little jobs. I do this being one of them as well, but it would be nice to see a little bit of emotional relief if Kaspa price actually started going up. No, I disagree. Again, it could happen. Anything's possible. But people were saying that when Kaspa came down here again. People were saying Kaspa come down to 6 cents when it was here. And it rebounded off 10 cents. So again, everyone has the predictions. But if you have your sell orders, stuff like that at 6 cents and 9 cents, while possible, I believe they won't get filled. Because again, I just don't think I think that is too bearish. Again, I'm not saying it can't happen. Anything's possible, but I think it's too bearish. This for me is that was a low, that was a higher low. This is the same low here. So this is actually a double bottom here. Again, that's elements of TA. You also argue you could argue, because again, TA, this is why I say TA actually is not, TA can be helpful, but it also sucks. Because it depends on how you view it. You can see, oh yeah, low. So you've got higher highs, all here. You've got higher lows here, and then that's one element of looking at things. You also say, oh look, double bottom here. That's a key sign you're going to start seeing go up in value. You could also say head and shoulders. If it comes back down here, and that means it's going to come down more. Again, TA is relative to what you believe. No one actually knows. TA can help you devise trading strategies, but it's not the be-all and end-all. You've got to understand TA can be helpful as a guidance alongside the real world and other crypto developments and capital developments. So you really don't know. TA is not the be-all and end-all. People were saying Kaspa come down to 6 cents and 5 cents and 9 cents on this correction path here. It rebounded off 10. So they were wrong. Like, TA is not the holy grail. Rate cuts are coming through tomorrow. Potential rate cuts are coming through in 2 days. That will likely cause Bitcoin and Kaspa to start going up in price. Likely, as history has shown us time and time again in this cycle alone. Donald Trump coming to office in 1 month's time will likely cause Bitcoin and Kaspa and crypto to start pumping a little bit. Kaspa maybe not as much as other ones because Kaspa again has struggled, but either way it'll start pumping a little bit. We may get, again, tier 1 listings happening before the end of the month in just 2 weeks' time, potentially. That will cause the price of Kaspa to rise higher and higher. So no one knows. What's up, Andy A? Bought 50 more Kaspa. Big up to my man, looking very, very good. That bag is getting bigger and bigger by the day. Everything will come to fruition, 100% I believe. I believe that as well. At 10 BPS, will they have much faster network? If so, how much faster? 10 times faster. Right now it's at 1 BPS, 300 TPS. With 10 BPS, it will be 3,000 TPS, which will make it 60,000 times. No, 6,000 times a bit. I think at 10 BPS, it will be 6,000 times faster than Bitcoin. But yeah, right now 1 BPS is 300 TPS, transaction per second. At 10 BPS, it will be 3,000. So it'll be 10 times faster. When is Capital Crash over? Who knows? Hopefully a few days' time. Hopefully tomorrow. It's never going to go 10 cents. I mean, yeah. I also agree with that much as well. What's up, Crypto Ghost Man? Back to stream. I think it will bounce around 14, 18 cents and then get listed. and she got to 50. I mean, yeah, again, I think that's also a decent, again, it's another theory, but I think it's a decent theory once more. I think Kaspa right now is due to kind of consolidate in this region, potentially again rally following the FOMC meeting. And then when the listings come through, you'll see the price go up. But the FUD right now is crazy. And again, I don't think I retweeted it or saved it, which I'm really upset I didn't. But there was a post from the Kaspa enthusiast I saw quoting the famous Nathan Rothschild. I'm going to try and find it. But it's a very, it's one of the most important sayings as an investor, right here. One of the most important sayings as an investor. And it's what I've been saying the whole time. I say don't be emotionally logical. And he says here, Nathan Rothschild, one of the most successful investors in the world, the time to buy is when there's blood in the streets. There's blood in the streets for Kaspa right now. Everyone's flooding Kaspa. Everyone doesn't like Kaspa right now. That's the time we understand the belief in the project's gone down. But if the project's still got stronger fundamentals and a lot of belief in a good community behind it, which Kaspa does, it's not dead. So it's time to buy when there's blood in the streets. And there's blood in the streets for Kaspa right now. I've not been telling you to buy. That's a quote from Nathan Rothschild. But that's why I DCA into Kaspa right now. That's what I've been doing. But I think that's also possible. It'd be an amazing candle as well. Binance following 10 BPS would be insane. No doubt about it. TA is TA, 10 cents coming. If we break on the 15 cents close. I mean, but TA is TA, like, who knows? Kaspa looks weak, very weak, I agree. But who knows? I missed a hell of a lot of questions, damn. FOMC will save us, I believe so as well. It usually does. So we'll find out in just 2 days' time. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. FOMC did this. That's the meeting happened here. And then the Fed data came out here as well. FOMC has helped Kaspa out. Helped Bitcoin out as well. The first FOMC was that hurt all the crypto. The next FOMC was here. Which that was the first ever rate cut, so the market came down and then came back up as a result of it. And then all of this here was not a result of the FOMC. That was a result of KRC20 coming through, which caused the Kaspa money to go to the memes, and also the Middle East war situation, the Israel and Iran stuff happening. That caused Kaspa to go down here. That was not the FOMC. The FOMC happened here though, the very same day, and the price went up. And then also the Fed job data came out, which supports the belief there'll be more rate cuts coming in 2 days' time, caused this price up as here as well. So therefore, you'd argue therefore that Kaspa therefore should replicate the price going up to at least here. If it did that, following job data coming through, then it should hopefully go up to here again, following the actual rate cuts. If it ends up rebounding off that, then who knows? Maybe double top again. TA's TA. The FOMC meeting's has done good things for Kaspa. If it goes on 10 cents, I'll buy another 5 ETH. I mean, if it goes on 10 cents, I'll ape into Kaspa like no other. But yeah, my bag's already very, very bullish. So I'm already happy with my bags, right? It's not a massive bag compared to other people in the space, I'm sure, but I've already got a decent sized bag. I'm happy with it. And I'm holding it long term, so it is what it is. Yeah, Jojo says the same. Yeah, exactly what I've been preaching. TA can be an indicator. That's why you look at the power law, also a good indicator to showcase where Kaspa price should be, but it's not the holy grail. There's no guarantee that it's going to be what it is. No one understands. Yeah, it starts in 24 hours. The official confirmation and release time will be the actual decision will be made in 48. Buy low, sell high. So simple. It's so simple, but it's so hard to do. Yeah, Sui was down massive, but Sui was down massive, but now it's come back. Remember, it's Kaspa's first cycle. While it struggled right now, it will go higher. I believe it will do at least. Yeah, Litecoin again. Kaspa is done better than Litecoin already. I think you can't compare Kaspa to anything. It's simply just a different coin. Different circumstances. We don't have VC pumping our bags, and the devs don't care about the price. Exactly. I mean, that's why. Yeah, I'll compare Kaspa to other projects to give you some form of clarity and understanding where the project's going to go. But again, you're right. It is different. Fair lot proof of work. Devs don't care about the price. They're not pumped. They only talk about development. They don't care about the price, which actually I think is better than doing that. For the longevity of Kaspa, for the price side of things, is not, and people are frustrated. But for the longevity of Kaspa, it's going to go in the future. Then yes, it's very, very big. They're only focusing on developments and not the price. And the VCs will come to Kaspa, whether we like it or not, because they want to end up making profit off it. And that's proven with KRI and other stuff coming through, Marathon and Zodio as well. What's up, Dom? Welcome to the stream, my man. And yeah, good to see the Spanish fans, the Spanish audience is here today. Great to hear you. Hola, hola, mi amigos. Thoughts on Doge? I mean, yeah, I think Doge is interesting. It's interesting, right? I think it's gonna probably go up higher because of Elon and Trump. I think it's interesting though. I hope it ends up being quite big in the sense of what it's doing. But yeah, I'm just looking through some more questions. I'm seeing what Crypto Tech Odie says here, and I do agree. I do agree with what you're saying completely. I'll just throw it on screen for the same. I do agree with what you're saying here. When people say it will keep dropping, it usually means it's time to buy. I mean, yeah, that's also quite a common thing as well. And yeah, what Odie said, well said, Odie. What was the sentiment around Solana in 2020 before the big one 2021? Don't think we need more questioning. Is Kaspa over? And yeah, exactly. I mean, people were saying Solana was over when it came down to I don't even have it loaded here. People were saying Solana was over when it came down to you know, down here. This bottom here, people were saying Solana's dead when it was down to $9, and now look where it's at, all-time highs. It's come down now, but it's at all-time highs. So like, you know, it's what it is. You know, people will fight it all the time. I'm making strong my conviction for Kaspa where it's going to go in the cycle. But yeah, it could keep moving on. Again, no one really knows where Kaspa's going to go. It's a case of the developments and when the time's right for Kaspa. Right now, the time for Kaspa is seemingly not here yet, but it's coming soon, hopefully. So at TimPS, how much faster will be Solana? I don't know per se. I can look into that and probably get an answer back for you. But Buffalo Theory tomorrow's stream, or also better yet, I'll put it in my Discord server. Link in chat once more. And but I think, I mean, Kaspa's already faster as it is right now than Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and Bitcoin Cash, all those combined. I'm not sure how much faster it is in Solana, but with TimPS, it will definitely be faster. I'll have a look into it and find out for you, my man. It will also be safer and more secure and more decentralized as well, so that's also a very big boon. Yeah, it could be very, very sick, but, you know, I thrive in the FUD. I mean, I've been doing this stream for 4 or 5 months now, and it's been nothing but FUD the whole time because I started streaming up here. So I thrive in the FUD. When the FOMO comes back around here, you know, it'll be a whole new feeling for me. I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle it. This stream is one of the little places I enjoy staying. I mean, people come here to learn about Kaspa, and they stay here to hear my beautiful voice and understand that while things are looking bleak, you're not in trouble. At least I don't think you are. Again, do your own research, trade your own discretion, and also join the Discord server. You can find out a lot more. But that being said, that is it for the stream today. Thank you everyone once more for joining. I appreciate all being here, the donations, and just being here chatting every day. You're all legends. And yeah, crypto right now is looking very, very bullish. Bitcoin's making all-time highs right now. Meeting rate cuts potential in 2 days' time. Look out for that. Catch tomorrow's stream at 8 PM UTC. Once more, I'll leave information in my Discord server, link to the time. And yeah, have a good evening, good day tonight. Leave a like, share with friends, for more, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care now. Love to hear that.